Streaming live, this is News 12 Now.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Alexandria Savage, and you are watching News 12 Now. We're going to jump into things. We're remembering the life of a principal who has sadly passed, but he impacted a lot of lives here in Caddo Parish. I have Dr. Goree joining us with Caddo Parish Schools. Dr. Goree, tell me a little bit about Mr. Bruce Daigle.
So Bruce Daigle, first off, I'd certainly begin by wishing or presenting my condolences to the Daigle family and their loss. Bruce Daigle played such a significant role in the work that I have done as a superintendent here in Caddo Parish. When I returned home to lead the school system in 2013, he was a part of my cabinet, and we were beginning work at the time around how would we save some 10 schools that were eligible for state takeover. One of those schools was Fair Park High School, and that's a school where Mr. Daigle began his career as a principal. He went on from there to Northwood High School as principal, but he began there as a principal and certainly saw great success there and had a true, clear passion and volunteered to transition back from central office, from part of the superintendent's cabinet, but back to Fair Park to lead them as their principal as we began the transformation work, and did an incredible job. And I know that a lot of the successes that we see in our high schools today, and even in Fair Park as it's gone to be, as it become a middle school, is because of the legacy of Bruce Daigle.
Absolutely. And Dr. Goree, a lot of people have really talked about that legacy that he's leaving on social media especially. Tell me a little bit about the outpouring of support.
You know, Mr. Daigle, the news spread throughout the parish quickly yesterday, and everyone was definitely saddened by his passing. He certainly, you know, if we look at his life and his work, he impacted the lives of so many children. And that's one of the things that was clear in my earliest interactions with him, was that his best space was being close to the students, and that, you know, even working at central office, which is generally a career goal of many educators, to progress through the system and to eventually be promoted into a position that may be housed at central office. But his passion was being near the students, and he wanted to go back to the campus. He knew and appreciated the greatest impact that sits in that comes from being in that principal seat, and I think that's why you're seeing the outcry, because I saw that, everyone else saw that, and it's just who he was.
And one thing I want to speak to is, everyone I've talked to about Principal Daigle is saying that he was stern, may not have smiled a lot, but he was extremely caring. And I think that's so important, especially in this age where so many educators are going in and going out, this revolving door we're seeing. And how often do you see an educator like that?
You know, Mr. Daigle certainly had a unique personality. He certainly had an appreciation for black coffee. I think that's all he ate or drank was black coffee. So definitely was a unique personality, but one that it took very little time to really see. He was a huge teddy bear at the core, and you know, he is a unique character in education. And again, what I'll say, more so than how often do I see it, we're certainly always looking for that characteristic, that connectivity with anyone that's going to work with our children.
Alrighty, well, thank you so much for speaking with us, Dr. Goree. Do you have any parting words for our audience?
Again, I just wish the Daigle family our condolences, and please know that your Caddo family will be continuously praying, and we're certainly here for the family if there's anything that we could do to make this transition time easier.
Alrighty, Dr. Goree, thank you so much for joining us, and we wish our condolences as well. Have a great day. Alrighty, all, that is all we have for News 12 Now at this time, but you will hear more from us later this afternoon, so make sure you stay tuned. We've got our noon coming up in just a few minutes, so I'm going to hop off, and I'll see you guys, well, Dominique, Ben will see you all at noon. Have a great one.